What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you have already subscribed, welcome back, and thank you so much for your support. Around this time, I call it cozy winter, so I love making a lot of soup, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make my recipe of tomato basil soup. If you're interested and want to see this recipe, please keep on watching.
Cooking made easy.
Before we get started, my name is Claude Mott. I am the owner and founder of Le Bon Goût Seasoning. Le Bon Goût Seasoning is an e-commerce website that I started when I was in grad school, where we sell organic green seasoning, organic meat seasoning. Our meat seasoning comes in 3 flavors. We have a regular, mild, and spicy. We also have an extreme spicy that we only make upon request. We have organic barbecue marinade, organic jerk marinade, organic hot pepper sauce, and so much more. If you're interested and want to try one of our seasoning, since all of the recipes that I've been posting on this channel, I have been making them using the organic seasoning from Le Bon Goût Seasoning, I'll make sure to have the link in the description below. Alright guys, let's jump right in. For our creamy tomato basil soup, these are all the ingredients that we are going to use. I already washed all the vegetables. We are simply going to cut everything, put them on a baking tray, and roast them under the oven. This recipe, guys, is very easy to put together. Before we get started, let's present our ingredients. So we have some tomatoes, some red onion, some green bell peppers, and we also have some red bell peppers. And guys, when you are making this recipe, feel free to adjust the ingredients based on the amount of soup that you are making. And before we got started, I already went ahead and washed all my veggies. And we have some garlic, we have some fresh basil, some oregano, thyme, virgin oil, and some chicken broth, heavy whipped cream. And to fully season our soup, we are gonna be using the organic green seasoning and cooking base. It has everything in there. When you are using this seasoning, please make sure you minimize your salt intake. And our organic seasoning comes in 2 sizes. We have a 32 ounce and we have a 16 ounce. If you're interested and want to try our organic green seasoning, I'll make sure to have the link right here, and I will also make sure to have the link in the description below. Now we are going to move everything aside and we are going to cut our veggies. And then after that, we are going to add the organic green seasoning, mix everything together, and put it on a baking tray, which I already laid with some parchment paper. And we are going to roast it under the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes. Now that we have all our ingredients in a bowl, we are going to drizzle some olive oil on top, and after that we are going to add the organic green seasoning. So now I'm going to add at least 4 tablespoons. This green seasoning, guys, is also safe if you are vegan or vegetarian, and it is also gluten-free and low in sodium. And this is what our organic green seasoning looks like. I'm not going to add no additional salt, no additional black peppers, because the organic green cooking base already has everything in there. We are going to mix everything together. I believe I added about 6 tablespoons. And after I mix everything together, we are just going to spread it on a tray that I already covered with some parchment paper. And after that, we are going to roast it under the oven, 400 degrees, 40 minutes. "40 minutes later, this is what our roasted veggies are looking like. And now we are going to move over the stove and begin making our soup. In a pan, I added all the roasted veggies in there, and now we are going to add a generous amount of chicken broth. I believe I added about 2 cups. Make sure you adjust the ingredient based on the amount that you are making. And now I'm going to use a hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you can use a blender. One thing about these hand mixers, when you are using them, be careful because they are going to splash things everywhere and all over your wall. So now we are going to mix everything together until we get a thick puree. And after everything has been mixed together in a blender, what I did is I took some parsley and lightly blended with a little bit of the chicken stock, and I also added some fresh basil leaf in there as well. And now we are going to keep mixing, and after that we are going to add some heavy cream and let it simmer for a good 5 minutes, and our tomato basil soup will be done. And when you add the heavy whipping cream, make sure you adjust it based on the amount that you like in your soup. Me, I like my tomato basil soup to be creamy and rich, so I make sure to add a good amount in there. And this is what a tomato basil soup is looking like. Reason why I let it simmer for a good 5 minutes is because I wanted the fresh basil leaf to cook through just a little bit. And now we just let it simmer for 5 minutes. After that, we are going to turn off the stove and begin plating. And as I mentioned, guys, I didn't add no extra salt, no extra peppers, because everything was already in the green seasoning. And here is a closer look of what a tomato basil soup is looking like. I serve mine with some cheesy garlic bread that I toasted under the oven. I have another recipe coming up, guys, where I'll be showing you how to make the perfect seafood bread. So make sure you stay tuned for that. If you have not subscribed, make sure you remember to subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you can be notified when that recipe is posted. And this is the final result of our tomato basil soup. I hope you guys like this recipe. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. If you have not subscribed, please remember to subscribe. Help support my channel, guys, and help me grow. And if you make this recipe, let me know what you'll add. Let me know what you will do differently. I really hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you have any comments, suggestions, please make sure you have them in the comment below. Guys, thank you so much for staying with me until the end. And as always, I'll see you in the next recipe. Bye now.
Cooking made easy.